let's get started. Welcome back, Nick. It's good to see you again.
Yes, yes.
Today's guest is Nick Wolf from Cork Warranty. And if you could let the guests know a little bit more about yourself, where you're coming from, why cybersecurity, why Cork.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Nick Wolf. I've been involved with the cybersecurity space since 2011 now, essentially my entire career, and really passionate about what we're doing here over at Cork. And ultimately, what we're doing here at Cork with our cyber warranty is we're providing financial protection for small business customers that need to supplement their existing cyber insurance policy, save some money on their cyber insurance policy, or if they're at a point where they don't have a cyber insurance policy quite yet, this will be able to give them some financial protection.
I know like cybersecurity and cybersecurity insurance is a huge thing right now. And there's a lot of misinterpretation and misunderstanding of how it's represented in cybersecurity right now.
100%, 100%.
I'm hoping we can kind of debunk some of those myths and stuff today and really show what Cork has to offer.
Absolutely. Let's make it happen.
Yes. So I think you were going to give us a presentation today. Can I give us a more in depth?
I'm going to certainly do. Let me go ahead and share my screen there for us. All
That would
righty.
be awesome. Yeah. We really see what's going on down in here.
All righty. Are we live? Do you see that?
Yes. Cork, the
Alrighty.
value of cyber.
So let's go ahead and dive right into it here.
Yeah.
So traditionally, when I explain cyber warranties, it's relatively a newer concept. Not many people have heard of the term a cyber warranty. So what I like to do is I like to compare it to the auto industry, because in the auto industry, everybody has heard about car insurance and everybody has heard about car warranty. Car insurance is protection if you have an accident in your car or if your car is stolen. Insurance is different than a car warranty. Car warranty does provide financial assistance, very similar to insurance, but with the car warranty, it's really designed to provide this financial assistance to fix parts or components that ultimately prevent or remediate the accident before it happens. That way, there's no accident, and you never need to use the car insurance in the first place. When I think of the car warranty, I like to think of the check engine light on the vehicle, because the check engine light is looking at all the parts and components of the vehicle. It's looking after the engine, the muffler, the brakes, the tires, really everything. And if anything is not working properly, the check engine light appears, you bring it into the shop fixes the part or component because it's financially covered under the warranty, and you're good to go. The idea here is that it's not cyber insurance, it's not car insurance versus a car warranty. It's car insurance and a car warranty working in tandem together to ultimately protect the customer and lower out-of-pocket expenses. And that's really the same story that we want to sell here at Cork with our cyber warranty. So in the cyber landscape, you have cyber insurance, which is protection in your cyber landscape if you have a massive attack. But cyber insurance is different than a cyber warranty. So what Cork really does and how it comes into place is we're acting in a lot of ways like a check engine light of a vehicle. But we're not in a vehicle, we're in a small business. So instead of looking at your brakes and your engine and your tires, we're looking at your cybersecurity tools, like your backup tools, your multi-factor authentication tools, your antivirus or EDR tools, etc. From there, we can determine if any of those tools are not working properly, which would lead to an accident, which would lead to you needing to activate cyber insurance. Now, if there's something that we could fix, we're obviously going to step in, work alongside your MSP, such as with Justin, and offer financial assistance where we can. But again, it's not really a conversation of cyber insurance versus cyber warranty. It's a conversation of cyber insurance and cyber warranty, just like it's car insurance and a car warranty. It's not one or the other. It should always be both. Justin, what have you been seeing on your end?
I've been noticing for a lot of clients I've been working with that they're still not sure the concept of if they need cyber insurance and then do they need the warranty or what exactly would consist of having both or why they need both. So I know they're still trying to figure out, they're still checking boxes on cyber insurance and not implementing these things. So I see is where you come into play. It helps them just check those boxes and also have those things implemented correctly. So if a breach occurs, they are covered about 99% of the time. Always that little error for margin.
Percent. So, like you just mentioned, Justin, a lot of clients have to fill out these lengthy security questionnaires in order to get a cyber insurance policy, which may or may not even pay out if you're filling out those security questionnaires wrong. So, one of the things that we're doing over here at Cork is we're really eliminating the need of ever having to fill out a security questionnaire. It's time to say goodbye to those time consuming forms. And the way that it's done is using Quark's monitoring platform, or our check engine light, if you will. Basically, what we're doing here at Quark is we're working alongside your managed service provider, and we're tying into all the cybersecurity tools that are in your small business environment. So we're looking after your remote monitoring and patch management software that makes sure your operating systems are up to date. We're looking after your antivirus and endpoint detection and response software to make sure you're not getting hacked on your machines. We're making sure that your data backup solutions are working properly. We're making sure that multi-factor authentication is turned on. Usually, these are the core requirements that are required to have a validated cyber insurance policy. And unfortunately, these are some of the areas of why cyber insurance policies might get denied and not paid out. For example, you might say that MFA is turned on when you're filling out your questionnaire. But if it turns out that MFA is actually turned off and you're trying to get a claim to the cyber insurance carrier, it's a good likelihood that that claim is actually going to get denied. They're going to perform a forensic investigation and say, hey, when we sold you the policy, you told us MFA was turned on, when in reality, MFA was turned off. So what we're doing here at Cork is we're monitoring all these tools. And if it turns out that if MFA is turned off, if data backups aren't running, we're able to proactively work alongside you, work alongside your managed service provider, make sure that these tools are properly set up and implemented. That way, if a cyber attack does indeed occur, the Cork cyber warranty can pay out, as well as the cyber insurance policy can pay out. And Cork's monitoring platform not only works within the Cork environment, but we could share this monitored information directly with the cyber insurance carriers. This now gives the cyber insurance carriers the ability to provide cyber insurance quotes instantly without the hassle of filling out a security questionnaire. And in most cases, the cyber insurance policies are roughly 30 to 40% lower than what you might be used to.
Absolutely amazing. It makes a lot of sense. I got a question for you here.
Yeah.
I'm a new business. I'm looking to get cyber insurance. And at the same time, why can't I just get Cork and not even deal with the MSP? Why do I even need them? I mean, they're still offering these services for me. So what would be the difference there?
Yeah. So when it comes to buying cyber insurance needs to be done through a licensed insurance broker. So the customer, the small business is always going to be buying through the cyber insurance broker. However, in order to get the cyber insurance policy, you have to have a certain amount of technology tools in place. You need to have EDR, antivirus, MFA, etc. And that's where you really want your trained managed service provider to offer those services to make sure that your organization is up to speed. That way they qualify for both cyber insurance as well as the cyber warranty that we're going to be able to offer here at Cork as well.
Or sense, you're kind of putting a warranty in to kind of make sure the managed service provider is doing their part, and then you're doing their part so you are covered at the same time.
Exactly. Because cyber insurance is super important. Everybody on this
100%.
should have cyber insurance. You should have car insurance. You should have medical insurance. But in the medical industry, as an example, even that space is not perfect. There's overlapped insurance policies. A lot of people have kind of referred to Cork as AFLAC. That's why we have our lovely duck on the. We're not designed to replace cyber insurance. AFLAC really isn't designed to replace primary health insurance. It's designed to be supplemental gap coverage alongside the primary policy to reduce out-of-pocket expenses, to reduce those blind spots that are typically not covered by the primary policy. So at Cork, there's really two types of warranties we end up selling with our managed service providers. We have a $100,000 policy and we have a $500,000 policy. On the right-hand side is a typical cyber insurance example. That's where you could see what's covered and not covered with cyber insurance. Both of our cyber warranty policies are going to provide the client, the small business, with a proactive monitoring solution, a check engine light, if you will, that alerts the organization if there's any misconfigurations, if a user turns off MFA, if data backups aren't running properly, If there's a device that, for whatever reason, gets their antivirus or EDR tool uninstalled, we're able to hop on in and say, hey, we got to get this addressed. We're also able to provide instant access to funds using a virtual debit card. Typically, with cyber insurance, a lengthy forensic investigation needs to occur before they're ever performing a payout. With Cork and our cyber warranty, we're actually providing instant access to funds, thousands of dollars on a virtual debit card the same day your small business has a cyber attack. That way you can recover instantly and not have to wait around weeks and weeks and weeks. Because we understand that with small businesses, budgets can be tight. Justin, correct me if I'm wrong. You're
Yeah,
a business owner, right?
you're 100%. You're really with very tight margins too, especially if you're a brand new business, you know? So
Mhm.
yes, I understand.
Some of the other things that we're covering with our cyber warranties are things like SMS attacks, phishing attacks, email gift card scams, wire transfer fraud payments, all of which are typically not covered by a cyber insurance policy. Last but not least, both of our cyber warranties will also pay off the cyber insurance deductible. So let's say your small business already has a $1 million cyber insurance, which it should, because all small businesses should indeed have cyber insurance. So say you have that $1 million cyber insurance policy, odds are there might be some sort of deductible or retention as part of that policy. It could be $5,000, it could be $10,000, it could be $20,000, it could be more. With Cork and our cyber warranty, we would be the ones paying off that deductible, paying off that retention. That way there's no out-of-pocket expenses that the small business has to worry about.
It seems like a no-brainer, you know? I mean, it just makes the process more simplified, and you're being covered by everything you need, so you have a reach. I mean, why wouldn't you do it? I guess you'll need to know more about it and understand it more. Get the word out there.
Yep. Over the last year and a half here at Cork, we've seen an increase in our business up 850%. So this is definitely a fast-growing product market for both managed service providers and their small business customers. So it's very definitely an exciting time for sure. The last thing I'll leave with here is that with the Protect Pro plan, the $500,000 warranty, it's also going to cover things like incident response, data recovery, business interruption loss, as well as ransomware payments. It's a $500,000 policy, but again, it's really not designed to fully replace cyber insurance. Cyber insurance is going to give you a policy up to millions upon millions of dollars. With our warranties, we're capped at $500,000 at an absolute maximum. Typically, this $500,000 policy might be a better fit for organizations that either don't have cyber insurance yet, or if they do have cyber insurance, maybe it's a smaller policy. Maybe it's a rider policy that's added on to their E&O insurance where, it's not a fully built out cyber insurance offering. That's where I would lean towards getting the $500,000 warranty just to make sure you have that added layer of protection. And the price difference between the $100,000 and the $500,000 policy is minimal. So very cost effective rates there as well.
Thank you. That's very good information. Hopefully, we'll be able to help people out there trying to make the decision and figure this out right now and navigate this landscape of cybersecurity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So those are a couple slides. Justin, did you have any other questions for me or from the
I
audience?
do have some questions I want to kind of go into.
Yeah.
So, say if I'm a small business starting out, I'm kind of like not sure what to do. So I'll reach out to my managed service provider, have a conversation, maybe talk with an insurance agent, figure out what coverage I need. Would it be the appropriate time to add Cork? Would it be like after I get the policy, maybe down the road? Can I add it down the road?
Yeah, that's a great question. So most of my customers are adding Cork Cyber Warranty before they have the cyber insurance policy in place.
Okay.
Or by having Cork in place with our monitoring platform, we're then able to introduce you to cheaper cyber insurance quotes. So you might be able to save a couple $1,000s on your cyber insurance policy if you purchase the Cork warranty and our monitoring. Being said, it's not a requirement. You do not need to buy cyber insurance to get Cork or vice versa. But yeah.
That makes sense. If you have Cork in place, you have the right multi-factor authentication, you're being monitored correctly, then why wouldn't your cyber insurance be less expensive? I know now they're really batting down the hatches on cyber insurance. People are checking boxes now, they can't really do that anymore. But at the same time, they don't know they can't do that until they go through their renewal. And it's more of a hefty process now.
Absolutely.
So it kind of makes sense. Why would you want to be covered? So I want to know what made you pivot into Cork cyber warranty, and what gap did you see in cybersecurity that you decided to start Cork?
That's a great question. So I've been selling cybersecurity tools for the last decade now. Everything from backup tools to email security tools to endpoint detection and antivirus tools, you name it. And when I'm on the phone with a lot of these small business customers and with these managed service providers, the conversation is really built around cyber insurance. Why do you want to buy this data backup product? Why do you want to buy this endpoint protection product? Oh, because insurance said so. All right. And then what I've noticed is over the last 5 or so years of that, insurance has kind of gotten a pain in the butt. It used to be, hey, you need these 2 things to get insurance. You need these 4 things to get insurance. And now it's, hey, I'm going to send you a questionnaire that's 50 pages long and you need, 25 different pieces of technology. So there's been a little bit of a disconnect there, which made it kind of a burden for small businesses to get their insurance
100%.
at affordable rates. And that's what I really found attractive with Fork is that they're trying to fix that for managed service providers and their small business customers by giving them cost-effective financial protection that supplements cyber insurance, as well as unlocking that door to get cheaper cyber insurance in the long run at a faster rate. You don't have to fill out those lengthy security questionnaires.
That makes a lot of sense. Kind of, I've had those talks with customers myself. I actually went through it with a client one time, staying there with the questionnaire. They asked me all the questions, and then I'm like, "So, are you planning on implementing any of this?" And they're like, "No, we're covered. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "But you're not implementing. You're not doing anything else beyond checking." I don't. What? Good luck to them, I guess.
Let's see it.
Yeah, I wanted to thank you for coming on today. I appreciate you us showing the light of what Cork can actually do for a small business and help them stay ahead of the game.
Yeah, this is absolutely my pleasure. If you're a small business interested in Cork and our cyber warranty, my suggestion is reach out to your local managed service provider. We're only available through managed service providers. I know a good one. His name is Justin. So if you don't have one yet, check him out.
Thank you. I want to reiterate that too. So people can't work directly with you. Ask you to do a partnership. Correct?
Yep, with a local managed service provider. Yep.
Awesome. We're going to make that clear. I really appreciate you coming on here again.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me on, Justin. It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Bye.